Hey guys, hey my spiritual family. This is Spiritually Savage coming at you. Uh it's nighttime. Sitting here shuffling cards and a thought came to me, on my journey because I was so disillusioned and I was in an illusion literally. And had other people's feelings and emotions, thoughts, and actions being projected onto my life. And I questioned it every time, like, why? Why this? Why did I do this? But it didn't click, because I wasn't connected to my spirituality. I wasn't connected to my ancestors. I wasn't connected to God in spirit. I just wasn't. I thought I was. Understand, I was a churchgoer in the choir, philanthropy. I did that, but I didn't have a personal relationship, right? And on this journey, people told me, oh, don't trust nobody, or you can't trust nobody. And in my naivete, I really did think the person, or people that stated those types of things, just like I feel like when women say, oh, I don't rock with women because of this, that, and the third, I'm like, they're your own species. Like, so maybe the problem is not them, it may be you, but another subject for another time. Anywho, back at the subject matter at hand. And because I have such a trusting nature, and I do, because I see the light in everybody and I always see the best, but I also realized that I was ignoring the little smart comments, the little innuendos, the little slights, the little non congratulatory, the little not recognizing my contribution to their life, the little ciphering of energy from me, the little taking my ideas and flipping them for their benefit. I caught all of it from numerous people, but I didn't care. And there's a main reason why I never cared. Understand, hindsight 2020, I realized that this has been going on my entire life. Where, because I'm so quick at the mouth, I'll say something like, oh yeah, I'm probably going to do that. Just sharing in my excitement, and then somebody pick it up and snatch it up. Oh, that has happened several times. And, I'm thinking I'm talking to a friend or, family member or whatever, home girl, ace boom coon, my sis, not really realizing that they are secretly, unbeknownst to me, that's why it's secret, in competition with me. And so all I have to do is look at the things that I've told people about, that I'm interested in, that I wanted to do. And it's a track record if they did it themselves and not said anything to me like, hey girl, thanks for the idea. Or, you know what, I remember when you said that and blah, and I'm okay with it. But what I didn't realize, it was that type of action behavior is indicative to them stealing your energy. So they have basically come into your energetic field and just a little bit. Yeah, they've done that. And so I do now hold true to the fact that on this journey, when you are discovering your spiritual connection, you really cannot trust anybody. And I mean your mama, your sister, even your kids. Even your kids, depending on how young they are or how old they are, because there is a sweet spot to where they're still innocent enough. But I've seen it turn. I've seen where a child has turned into something else. I see it. When they're young, if they're strong and their light is bright, they ward it off like I do because there's a certain ignorance to us. Some people take advantage of it, and I've had a lot of people take advantage of it from me. And that used to make me not want to care, but that is not my nature. My nature is not to care. My nature is to care. Even after you've hurt me, I still care. But now I have boundaries up, right? So on this journey, you cannot trust anybody because these are meat suits. You ever remember Lady Gaga when she wore that meat suit? She was sending y'all a message. A lot of us just looked at it as if it was funny and it was crazy and eccentric and she got a lot of money and she don't know what to do with it. No, she was sending us a goddamn message. She was sending us a freaking message. So no, now I do know that. But that it doesn't stand to say that you will never be able to trust anybody. Okay? You will be able to trust yourself and you will be able to entrust your intuition, which is God given to you. You know, when people say, listen, God is not going to speak to you from the sky. Now, if he does, it's a trick to it, or, you know, but he speaks to us in so many other ways besides that. That voice on the inside of you that you hear is God talking to you. I was watching one of my pastors, and since, you know, we've all been quarantined, I have numerous pastors, but one of my absolute favorite is Mr. Keon Henderson out of Texas. And he breaks down the Bible in such an eloquent way in his hood-tastic self. And I'm hood-tastic too, so I speak his language. But I love the way he breaks it down. And one of the misconceptions that a lot of us, and I'm including myself in it, who were raised in the church, is that someone else is responsible for our livelihood, for our wealth and health and abundance. And in a way, because we are all made of energy and we all affect each other, it's true. But ultimately, you are responsible for yourself. And the way I love the way Pastor Keon said it was that God did his job. He did his job already. And we shouldn't want anything else from him. He created the sun, the moon, the stars, heaven, and earth. Hell, he created us. He created the foods we eat, the plants, well, some of the foods we eat. And that's a whole nother story. We'll get into that at a later date. But he created everything, right? So it's safe to say that God did his job, right? Okay, so boom. We're going to put God, you know, he did his thing. So thank you. We pay homage, right? Then you have Yeshua, Jesus, the Son of God. I think we all would say, it's safe to say, and I'm just using Christianity because that's where I was raised. But I think you can take this same parable and you can apply it across the board to all the other religions, and it will still fit whichever hierarchy that you follow, because that's all it is. It's a hierarchy, right? But I love the way Pastor Keon breaks it down, because he says God did his thing. He created the heaven, the moon, the stars, and us. He did his thing, right? Then you have Yeshua. That's how I feel comfortable calling him. You can call him whatever you want. You can call him Muhammad. You can call him Buddha, whatever you want to call him, right? Yeshua said, I'm going to give my life so you can have freedom. So it's safe to say he did his, right? We all seen Passion of the Christ. If not, okay, anyway, but you know the story. You've heard the story, right? And then we have the Holy Spirit. And as Pastor Keon says, the Holy Spirit is within all of us. Every last person. In your religion, you may call it chi, or isn't it life force? And in another religion, you may call it whatever you want to call it. but it's still the same concept that the answer is within us, the Holy Spirit. And to me, for it to make sense in my analytical mind, although I've been listening to it my whole life, it's your intuition, that gut feeling. And every woman has it, specifically women. You have it. It's embedded in you. It's encoded in you. You were born with it. How else will you be able to sleep comfortably at night and still be aware of your surroundings just in case something pop off and you got to jump out the bed? Okay? So, to me, while you're on the journey and it's about self-discovery, and you're discovering who you are, you're discovering your place in this world, you're discovering your life's purpose, you're discovering your divine path, you're, everything and everybody is going to fall to the wayside. And it's not going to be intentional, but it is going to be intentional. And I say it's not going to be intentional on your part because it wasn't intentional on my part. It really wasn't, because I am such a hoarder of people and I have such a phobia of separation anxiety that I hold on to people. So everybody who is not in my life now, they walked away or they separated themselves from me. No bullshit. No matter what is said, they literally walked away from me because I hold on. I don't let go. I learn now to let go. God has taught me that. I let go willingly because I know there's something else better around the corner. You understand what I'm saying? So, but I still don't subscribe to the you can't trust everybody. No, I think once you come out of the woods, once you come out of the darkness, once you come out of your shadow work, you'll have what you need to discern whom to trust and to whom not to trust. But everything and everyone will fall to the wayside. And some you can rebuild back or you can come back together, but you will have to have boundaries in place. Because there are people that, you know, can't create their own content, that they feed off of others. And that's okay, because I love to inspire. I love to inspire. And what I do know is that God has my back. So it's okay. I don't mind sharing my ideas and my thoughts and my wisdom with other people. You know, when people inspire me, I tell them always. But on this journey, you will find that the people or the spirits, let me be clear, not the people, because we do not battle against flesh and blood. Understand that. We are battling what's on the inside of these people. And some of them aren't even aware of what they do, but they do know. They do know. Understand that there were people in my life, and I'm going to be 100. There were people in my life that knew who I was before I did. They did. They knew exactly who I was in the spirit. This is a meat suit right here. But who I am on the inside, and I had people who knew who I was. People in the spiritual community that knew who my spirit was. I was still waking up, coming up out of being manipulated and controlled and gaslighted my whole entire life, from being raised by a narcissistic mama and then being controlled by a narcissistic man that I really wasn't even in a relationship with. Black magic, it does exist. I didn't believe it did, but it does. But to God be the glory. And my ancestors was on the case. They woke me up just in the nick of time. So, on this journey, when you are self-discovering who you really are, not who you think you are, not who you were told you are, not who you were raised to be. I came up with this saying throughout my discovery that self-sacrifice is not godly. It's not. Because he already sacrificed himself. We are not here to sacrifice ourselves for other people and deplete our energy for other people that do not replenish your energy back. So, and I'm still learning that, because energy is everything. Energy is not just what you physically do. You can help someone move their furniture, but energy is also the advice you give, the knowledge you give. And let me just toot my own horn, because the people around me don't want to do it, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. I give a lot of knowledge away, always. I did. Not just my knowledge, but my gifts too. I know how to do hair. I know how to cook. I know how to decorate. I know how to style. I can do it all. I can paint your house, do your floors over, and do your hair at the same damn time. And then give you some damn lashes. And my whole entire life, I have given all that away freely. All of it freely. On the basis of family and love and friendship and a sisterhood. But the people I had around me did not I want to say this in the most loving way possible. They did not know how to reciprocate back. I'll say it that way. So, and I was always under the impression, because, that's what the Bible taught you. But they took a lot of stuff out of the Bible too. But anywho, the Bible teaches you, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And so I thought, as I did unto others, they would do unto me during my time of need. And honey, baby, when I say that is not the case, that is not the case, which is fine, because God has taken care of me. But then there's also a flip side to that. There are people that will do unto you because they know who you are spiritually, and they're looking for a payout. And you know what? You can't even be mad at them. Ignorance isn't bliss. So you must know who you are before you re-enter back into the world. So yeah, along this journey, learn to trust yourself and that voice on the inside that you were taught to quiet. That thought or that voice on the inside, that feeling, that little niggling that's in the pit of your stomach that tells you don't go that way. That tells you, oh no, he's bad news. That tells you they lying to you, girl. That tells you they just want what you got and they want what you have. That voice, that is the voice of God. That is the voice of the Holy Spirit. Everybody has the Holy Spirit, unless you're an empty vessel and you have no soul. Another conversation for another video. And as I'm flipping, look what came out. I don't know if y'all can see that. What does it say? It says inner temple. Devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. That literally is the key. That's the key. It's not your mind as you've been taught by society. That's where the devil is. Get out your mind, darlings. Get out your mind. Love and light, guys.